it's not enough. I mean, what we need to do is to get our criminal justice system back. Our judicial system was originally set up primarily to protect property. It now seems to exist solely to allow the middle class to virtue signal whenever they wish, whether it be the jury in the particular case of the Colston lot, or the incalculably wet Judge Stephen Leake, who you've already been talking about, I believe, Dan, who decided that he was inspired by the Insulate Britain protesters, whereas what he should have done, as you quite rightly say, was bang them up. But that's what it's become. It's become an expression of the judicial system as generally. It's become politicised, and by a number of ways, partly because over the last 30 or 40 years, the judicial system has swung to the left on a whole bunch of issues. Our judges are more left-wing than they used to be, and the police are more left-wing than they used to be. Equally, at the same time, our police forces have been politicised. They are now at the behest of elected mayors and elected police commissioners in a party political way, which they never were before. And so all of this militates in favour of not making sure that people are abiding by the law and punishing them when they're not, but if they are saying agreeable things, then they tend to get away with it. And that was certainly the case of the Colston lot. The Colston lot have no recourse whatsoever. Their human rights, all of them, for middle-class, semi-employed or unemployed dropouts, there was no effect upon their human rights whatsoever by having that statue of Edward Colston there. You will notice none of them were black, incidentally. It's always the liberal middle classes which do this. It's not the people who they're supposed to be fighting for. So what Suella Braverman has done is shove this back to the appeal court to say, look, the human rights defence isn't one which should mitigate against criminal damage